Fort Myers, Florida. Reliever Ryne Harper has made the team as the final member of the bullpen, meaning that the Twins' 25-man roster is effectively set as they make the trek north from Fort Myers to Minneapolis to prepare for opening day against the Indians on Thursday. The only Fort Myers, Florida. Reliever Ryne Harper has made the team as the final member of the bullpen, meaning that the Twins' 25-man roster is effectively set as they make the trek north from Fort Myers to Minneapolis to prepare for opening day against the Indians on Thursday. The only question that remains is about shortstop Jorge Polanco, who has worked out at short and hit in minor league games as he recovers from right upper arm and shoulder fatigue, but the Twins are encouraged by his progress towards opening day. Ronald Torres will travel with the team to Minneapolis in case Polanco won't be ready to play by Thursday. "I think we feel good about how Polanco is doing physically," manager Rocco Baldelli said. "I think we are pretty comfortable about where we sit. I think the final decision will be made relatively soon on him, but I think it's tracking in a positive direction with him." Faced with an unorthodox opening schedule of 5 off days within the first 15 days of the season and a National League East road trip, Baldelli and the Twins will respond in kind with an unusual roster composition, as they're expected to carry only 11 pitchers on their opening day roster with an expanded 5-man bench. Though the Twins don't expect to officially lock in their roster until Wednesday, here's a look at the 25 players that are slated to begin the 2019 season with the team. Catcher 2. Jason Castro. Mitch Garver. Castro is fully healthy and ready to assume the starting catcher's role again after recovering from a tear to the meniscus in his right knee. Garver has worked hard on his defense this offseason with minor league catching coordinator Tanner Swanson, and he has been pleased with his progress in blocking, throwing and receiving. The versatile Willians Astudillo should also factor in as a third catcher, which could allow the Twins to use Garver at designated hitter at times. First base 2. C.J. Cron. Tyler Austin. The Twins' decision to carry only 11 pitchers on their opening day roster created an opening for Austin, whose roster spot appeared to be in jeopardy when the Twins acquired Cron, Nelson Cruz and Marvin Gonzalez during the offseason and spring. Austin should serve as the backup first baseman while Gonzalez starts at third in Miguel Sano's absence. Second base 1. Jonathan Schoop. The Twins feel confident that Schoop is due for a bounce-back season after a full recovery from a strained oblique that sidelined him for nearly a month last year and resulted in subtle changes to his swing mechanics. He'll be backed up by Ehire Adrianza, Gonzalez, and on occasion, Astudillo. Third base 1. Marvin Gonzalez. Gonzalez will be the regular third baseman until Sano's expected return in May, with Astudillo and Adrianza also able to man the hot corner if the Twins choose to use Gonzalez's versatility around the diamond at times. Shortstop 1. Jorge Polanco. Polanco served an 80-game suspension last season for testing positive for a performance-enhancing substance before continuing his upward trajectory at the plate. He signed a 5-year extension this spring, and he is expected to return to the starting lineup after dealing with shoulder fatigue toward the end of spring training. Adrianza and Gonzalez will back him up. Outfield 4. Eddie Rosario, Byron Buxton, Max Kepler. Jake Cave. Buxton had a torrid spring at the plate after adding 21 pounds during the offseason, leading the Twins in homers, RBIs and ops, while Kepler also hit 3 spring homers after being installed as the Twins' leadoff hitter. Cave, who had 13 homers in 91 games last season, should slot in as the team's 4th outfielder through at least Sano's return. Utility 2. Willians Astudillo. Ehire Adrianza. Astudillo has seen time at catcher, third base, second base and left field in spring training, and he could have value through both his versatility and his unique contact ability as a hitter, as he completed Grapefruit League play without a strikeout or a walk in 49 at-bats. Adrianza's right-handed swing is back after his recovery from an off-season shoulder surgery, and he can slot in at second, third, shortstop and left field. Designated hitter 1. Nelson Cruz. Cruz leads baseball with 203 homers in the past 5 years, and he also ranks third behind only Nolan Arenado and Edwin Encarnacion with 522 RBIs in that span. He should earn the majority of starts at designated hitter, while Austin and Rosario could also fill in where needed. Starting pitcher, for Jose Barrios, Jake Odorizzi, Michael Pineda, Kyle Gibson. The Twins will use a four-man rotation through the first 3 weeks of the season due to the frequent off days, with Martin Perez expected to pitch out of the bullpen until Minnesota first needs a fifth starter on April 16. Gibson was the starting rotation's leader in innings, quality starts and ERA last season, but the Twins will move him to the back of the rotation in part to give him some extra time to recover from the coli illness that disrupted his conditioning in January. Bullpen, 7, Trevor May, Taylor Rogers, Blake Parker, Trevor Hildenberger, Ryne Harper, Martin Perez, Adalberto Mejia. Fernando Romero was optioned to AAA Rochester after a pair of wild outings to gain more relief experience, while Edison Reed, Matt Magill, and Gabriel Moya are all expected to begin the season on the injured list. That cleared an unlikely path for non-roster pitcher Harper to make the first opening day roster of his career after he struck out 14 without allowing a walk or earned run this spring. May, Rogers, Parker and Hildenberger will be the Twins' core relievers out of the bullpen, and Baldelli has said that he expects to remain flexible with their usage at the start of the season. So, barring any unforeseen major developments, here's the presumptive opening day roster for the 2019 Minnesota Twins. Catchers: Jason Castro, Mitch Garver, Williams Astudillo, Infieldersc, J. Cron, Jonathan Choup, George Polanco, Marwin Gonzalez, Tyler Austin, Jair Adrianza. Outfielders: Eddie Rosario, Byron Buxton, Max Kepler, J.K. Cave. Designated hitter: Nelson Cruz. Starting pitchers: Jose Barrios, Yaki Odorizzi, Michael Pineda, Kyle Gibson. Relief pitchers: Trevor May, Taylor Rogers, Blake Parker, Trevor Hildenberger, Ryne Harper, Martin Perez, Adalberto Mejia. Injured list: Matt Magill, Gabriel Moya, Edison Reed, Miguel Sano. Do Young Park covers the Twins for MLB.com. Follow him on Twitter at @DoYoungPark and on Instagram at doyoung.park. Read more.